The Kentucky Department of Education is advising school districts they have a choice in enforcing part of Senate Bill 150. KDE honed in on the use of the word "or" in one subsection of the law that covers sex ed and sexual orientation in the classroom. Reporter Travis Breeze is here now in studio after taking this issue to a law professor for his thoughts on if the Department of Ed got it right. Travis?
Shay, the part that we're talking about here is this part of SB 150 that says that no child in 5th grade or younger can have any sex education, or that no child of any grade level can have any curriculum that explores gender identity or gender expression. It is the use of the word "or" here that is drawing so much attention, with the author of the bill saying it's clear that he meant both things are not allowed, but the Department of Education sees it differently. A debate that went on for months about what can and can't be said in the classroom.
Parents should be the first to know what's going on.
Now turning to what is and isn't said in the law itself.
If you do one or the other, you have complied with the statute.
This section of Senate Bill 150 says if a school district develops curriculum about sexuality, it cannot include sex ed for students in 5th grade or younger, or contain lessons for any age that explore gender identity or sexual orientation. On Monday, the KDE sent an updated guidance to schools that said, by using the word "or," SB 150 requires one of these two policies, but not both.
I'm not necessarily saying that that's an absolute and the only reading of the statute, but it's a reasonable one, and courts tend to defer to reasonable readings of statutes by administrative agencies.
Professor Sam Markison at the U of L says KDE is in bounds here. Senator Max Wise of Campbellsville, who wrote the bill, sees it differently. In a statement saying, quote, "It is clear the legislature meant in SB 150 that schools shall not have classes in human sexuality in grades 5 and below, or study gender identity, gender expression, or sexual orientation at any grade level." He went on to cite a court case from 1952 that says absurd interpretations of state law will be avoided.
Note that they had to look to a 70-plus-year-old case in order to make that point.
We asked the department if it had any motive when issuing this guidance, and a spokesperson said the Kentucky General Assembly chose to use the conjunction "or," not "and." When it comes to state law, words have meaning, and KDE simply read the words adopted by the General Assembly. Professor Markison said school districts will have to choose how they will interpret the law and the guidance over the summer, and that could open up some districts to potential lawsuits. He says the legislature will likely clear up this two-letter mix-up in the 2024 session. In the studio, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Travis, thank you. Today